Ladies and gentlemen, our presentation will begin in 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, our presentation will begin in just a moment. And as a courtesy to those seated around you and to the presenters on stage, kindly silence all mobile devices. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Operating Officer, Hyundai Motor America, Brian Smith.
Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us at Hyundai. That's the kind of energy that we're feeling right now. And it's coming directly from new customers that we're welcoming to our brand. The 10 products that we launched last year are now coming online and powering our sales growth, and I mean retail sales growth. In a market that was down nearly 5% in the first quarter, we were one of just 4 mainstream brands that experienced retail growth. And in our case, it's driven by exciting products like Kona, the North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, and the new Santa Fe, and there's lots more to come. Palisade is now on deck, ready to run up the score when it goes on sale this summer. And today, we've got 2 more launches for you, both sure to capture even more of the market. In just a little bit, you'll meet the all-new 2020 Sonata. Now, SUVs may be on a roll, but customers are buying about 5 million passenger cars a year in the United States. And while some competitors have lost interest in those buyers, we certainly haven't. And with this Sonata, our passion for this segment shows. We're going all in. I'm talking about a stunning new design, a next-generation platform, and segment-first technology, brilliant first-to-market innovations that will change the relationship between you and your favorite devices. At the same time, we're equally passionate about delighting SUV buyers. Since 2017, we've revealed 6 freshened or all-new SUVs for the U.S. market, more than anyone else. And with the range of powertrains, no one can match, including internal combustion engines, electric, and hydrogen fuel cell. Now, it's time to meet our newest entry SUV. And the timing of this launch really couldn't be better. Here's why. Last year, more than 40 million used vehicles were sold in the U.S. That's the highest used car total since the recession. About a third of them began shopping for a new vehicle, but had to settle for used. That makes this the perfect time for a new entry-level SUV like the one you're about to meet. It was designed with a unique customer segment in mind. In this case, young adults just beginning their careers and shopping for their first new vehicle. More and more, this generation is reversing past trends. They're moving from the suburbs to the city, and it's not just for jobs, it's for the lifestyle. That vibrant, creative, always-on environment is the whole attraction. Today, we're delivering just the gear they need. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the world debut of the all-new Hyundai Venue.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the all-new Hyundai Venue. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Senior Vice President, Head of Hyundai Global Design Center, Mr. Sang-Yup Lee.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here in New York City, the perfect place to launch our all-new sports utility vehicle, the Hyundai Venue. This vehicle is aimed at entirely new segment for Hyundai, entry SUV shoppers who live in urban centers around the world. We design each vehicle to elevate its own intrinsic value by focusing on individual customers' need. This is what we strive to achieve at Hyundai Design Center. Instead of so-called family look, like series of Russian nesting dolls, we have what we call Hyundai look. Our vehicles are like all the chess pieces in the complete team, each with its own look, its own role. With our recent launches, we are now seeing those pieces fall into the places. The Venue's compact footprint is the right size for city living, but we wouldn't say it's a cute or toy-like SUV. Instead, we would say the good things comes in small packages, like Venue with its bold and stylish character. The solid side panels that feature the character line rising above the strong full wheel arches. The shark fin C-pillar accentuate the strength of the body. It also adds to the unique profile. So with this design, Venue instills the confidence and the security, and it delivers on their promise, surrounding its passengers with advanced active safety. This is really the ideal way to introduce these technologies to the world through younger customers who are much more receptive to the technologies that can help them to be safer drivers. Composite lights and a distinctive cube-shaped headlamps announce Venue as a technologically advanced SUV. This signature lighting design is carried through to the tail lamps, which features the world's first application of lenticular lenses. They stand out very nicely on the clean and modern body surface. Venue offers a fresh palette of expressive colors. These include two-tone options with contrasting roof, side view mirrors, and trim. allowing these youthful, the customers, a fun way to express a bit of their identity and style. The interior is personal sanctuary, highlighted by a large 8-inch display. It keeps you connected with standard Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and our available suite of Hyundai BlueLink connected service. Heat assist and the side mirrors add premium touches, and power sunroof is also available. Highly flexible and functional interior is ready for any urban adventures. So with Venue, design and technology elevate experience beyond the entry vehicle of the past. With Venue, we now have a full team of our SUV chessboards. It brings a total of 7 sports utility vehicles, offering just the right choice for the wide range of customers. A Venue will arrive in the Hyundai dealership by the end of this year. Now, let's talk about cars. I said cars. Remember them? There's so much attention on crossovers. We haven't lost our love for designing cars. Right now, it is my pleasure to share the newest example, making its first North American debut here today. Let's meet the 2020 Hyundai Sonata.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the all-new 2020 Hyundai Sonata.
I have to touch the fender. 2 generations ago, Sonata became our icon with the revolutionary design that reimagined the mid-size sedan as a four-door coupe. It was our most well-known and loved car, especially here in US market. Today, the Sonata is reasserting its leadership through the next step in design innovation. Designing a car is a combination of challenges and collaborations. They're faithful battles with 1 millimeter between designers and engineers. Our mission is not to simply redesign Sonata for its next product life cycle. Or rather, we took on the challenge of designing the ultimate and the most beautiful sedan on the road. Achieving the goal that starts with ideal proportion. This made possible not just through a progressive design, but also an entirely new platform created through engineering innovation. As just one example, repositioned shock tower. They allow us to have dynamic, beautiful hood all the way around the vehicle. Through hard work and the collaborations, we're able to realize our vision with the design evolution that we call sensuous sportiness. In this generation, Sonata's coupe-like character is even stronger. A fast sloping roofline that extends all the way through the rear deck. Through our design and engineering collaboration, we're able to push to the proportion more sports extreme. While Sonata is now a lower, wider, and sexier, we did not compromise a second row passenger space. The lower the seat position, that creates more headroom, and a longer wheelbase assures the ample legroom. The new design features very crisp and a short overhang. They're more typically seen in the rear-wheel drive cars. The surfaces have a lot of volume and tension. Notice this hood. The most sedans has a cut line to break through the surface. By pushing the hood opening to the leading edge of the car, you get that long hood and pure volume that enrich the beauty of the sedan. Part of the design heritage of Sonata is what we call dynamic lasso that wraps around windows and stretch out all the way to the headlamp. We want to continue to develop this as a design signature. In this generation, we've infused the first finishing stroke with new life by applying a technological advancement, the hidden lighting, that awakened when Sonata started. This light architecture accentuates the long hood and it gives Sonata the presence its own. In the back, the ultra-wide tail lamps that highlights the ground hugging the stance. Inside, Sonata presents a simple, exclusive, and a refined environment. The distinctive light architecture of the exterior continues to inside. In the cabin, the ambient illumination that complements the lightness of the dashboard design. Our designers dramatically compressed the height of the crash pad, really slim, which flows into the long armrest. This gives it floating appearance much like an aircraft wing. Achieving this is harder than you might think. For example, you had to develop the slim hatchback vent that did not compromise airflow or elevate noises. These challenges were worth of the effort. Rather than simply building the car around the dominant display, we integrated our display surface in a new way, treating two mirrors together in an S-curve. In this way, we don't subjugate design to technology. Drivers can customize their screens and the head-up display to provide the information they want with a design scheme that fits their mood. This is a new starting point. With this generation Sonata, we present a new standard in the sedan market. It's a work of an art created through the balance of 4 design elements: proportion, architecture, styling, and technologies. Now to tell you more about impressive technologies, I have a special guest here today. He brings technology insight to millions of viewers through cable news and the social media. Please welcome John Rettinger.
All right. Thank you, Sang Yup. I am John Rettinger. You may know me from Techno Buffalo. And aside from my family, there are 2 things that I love. It's cars and technology. So there's no place for me to be right now than right here, showing you the absolute perfect combination of both. So what impressed me is that Hyundai doesn't just think about technology as another feature. They see a bigger picture and realize that your in-car life needs to be part of your entire life. And technology is that essential link that brings it all together. And next to your car, technology you depend on most is this. It's your phone. So it's really cool to see the way that Hyundai is making our 2 favorite devices work even better together. This thing has replaced so much of what we used to carry around with us. It's our camera, it's our address book, it's our wallet, not to mention it's got to make a phone call. But a lot of us are still carrying around something like this, a giant set of car keys. That is, until now. With Hyundai Digital Key, you can literally leave your physical key at home. All you're going to need is this. Using NFC and Bluetooth Low Energy, it securely connects to your Sonata to lock, unlock, and even start the car. And it's super easy to use. You just touch it near the handle, get haptic feedback, and your car is ready to go. It's also handy for other reasons, too. When your key is digital, you can easily and securely share it with another driver, all via the app. So I'm a parent. Mom and dad can now virtually toss the key to a teen driver. And probably most importantly, you can take that key back. So it's important. So this is a pretty awesome feature, and nobody else offers it. So here's another way that your smartphone and your car are becoming BFFs. So the wireless Qi charger isn't just a charger anymore. It's also the ignition interface. So when you put your phone on it, it not only obviously charges, but also lets you start your car and drive away. So the high-speed charger is now going to top up your phone twice as fast, while keeping it extra cool with an integrated fan. It's much nicer to put a cool phone back in your pocket or up to your ear. And when your digital key is recognized, Sonata automatically sets the car to your personal settings, so things like mirrors, seats, and audio presets. So let's go a little bit beyond the phone here. So I'm sure you know that BlueLink is Hyundai's connected car service. And I think what's cool is that Hyundai isn't just a car manufacturer. They're also a major technology player, and they're constantly making that technology better. So a perfect example, right alongside the launch of the 2020 Sonata, BlueLink will introduce a new personalized remote start. They've added things like seat cooling and heating controls all to the app, so the interior is just the way you and your passengers want it to be. And once again, features like this will work with the virtual assistants that you already have in your home. So all this technology is great and awesome, but it's a car. It's got to drive. And Sonata will get you there safely and more relaxed. So in 2020, Sonata introduces a couple of really big advances in autonomous capability. So first, Hyundai is offering highway driving assist, lane follow assist, and smart cruise control. Well, believe me, this car knows what's going on around you thanks to a suite of 3 radar sensors, 5 cameras, and 12 ultrasonic sensors. So I mentioned I'm a parent. I have 2 small kids, and I have a 3rd one coming very soon in June. And to any parent who's ever had to get a child in and out of a car seat, you know how wide those doors have to open to get your kid in. and in a crowded parking lot, people sometimes park too close. The 2020 Sonata now has your solution. So without needing to be in your car, it can pull itself in and out of tight parking spots on its own, making it easier and safer for you and your kids to get where they're going. So for me, technology is all about making life better for everyone. So I appreciate how Hyundai is leading the way to bring innovations like this to the mainstream. And if you like what your phone has done for your life, you're going to love this next-gen Sonata. Back to you, Ryan.
Thank you, John. 9 years ago, Sonata shook up the industry. It set new benchmarks for design, performance, efficiency, and our segment share jumped from just a tick over 7% to almost 12%. We're putting that winning formula to work again with the 2020 Sonata. That includes building it at our state-of-the-art manufacturing plant in Montgomery, Alabama. Joining us now from HMMA is Vice President of Production, Chris Susak.
Thank you, Brian. We are so excited about the 2020 Sonata, and we're working here now to make a smooth transition to the all-new Sonata and the new engine. And on behalf of the 3,000 team members here at HMMA, I can tell you it gives us so much pride knowing that customers will be driving this fantastic new vehicle that we built for them right here in Alabama. Right, everybody? Right! And thank you, Brian, for letting us share our excitement with you today.
It gives us pride as well. We now build 3 of our highest volume products right there at HMMA, and we'll be adding a 4th model in the near future. And here's something more to look forward to. Our all-new Sonata story is just getting started. With its incredibly capable platform, we're going to introduce some dramatically different variants. There'll be an all-new hybrid coming next year, and not too long after that, we'll introduce the next model in our N line, a high-performance, turbocharged Sonata with over 275 horsepower. The excitement just continues. So there you have it, the all-new Sonata and our first-ever Venue. Thanks for following us this auto show season. We now invite you to come up and take a close look at the 2020 Sonata and Venue. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome to the Jacob Javits Center live here in New York City. And of course, we are here during media preview days, and I will be your host for the next 15 minutes, talking to some of the most exclusive executives at Hyundai, bringing you the news live from the show floor. And we're going to get right to it in a minute, setting it up first. Let's get right to the marketing side of Hyundai. This is becoming a routine for you and I, Dean.
Yes, I love it.
We did it in LA, and it was all about the Palisade, and now we are here in New York. This is the Chief Marketing Officer, so when you see those wonderful commercials on television, and you really see the branding behind everything at Hyundai, it's you. So, all right, let's first talk about the vehicle itself. I know I've got questions, but I'm going to go off track. What do you think about these vehicles? Because I know I love them.
Yeah, no, we love them too. Obviously, it starts with Venue. You know, we're really proud of Venue. We're really proud of having an entry-level SUV that's, you know, beyond cute, and it's beyond what we think that urban, new, young customer is really going to want. And then the Sonata speaks for itself. We think it's the sexiest sedan on the road today.
So let's talk about that customer in the marketplace, right? 6 SUVs last year, and you've got the Sonata today, which is a sedan, but then you've got the Venue. Who's your target buyer for this?
Yeah, urban, young, hip kids, young adults, millennials, or what we even call Gen Z today, because now they are getting to the age group now where they can buy their first vehicle. So from an emotional side, that's where we're really focused on. From a rational side, we recognize this is our new entry-level vehicle. And Hyundai is known for the entry-level vehicle. It's our brand DNA. What we like about it is now it comes in SUV form, which we think is going to be really popular, not just new car buyers, but with used car buyers.
So when we think about that new buyer, we start thinking about messaging, right? So what is the main message, the theme that you want to get out with this vehicle?
Well, hopefully you saw a little bit of that today. It's called Urban Vibe. We really want everyone to feel a new, younger Hyundai with this car, and I think that's really what we're out to do, and I think it's already showing.
And just the press conference itself, I've already posted on my own social about the DJ and how I've never seen an automaker actually put that kind of marketing behind a brand where you can see the DJ moving in concert on the screen, which leads me to kind of one of my next questions regarding the Venue as well. Let's talk a little bit about the marketing mix. When are you going to bring this vehicle to market? When are you going to really ramp up marketing for it?
Yeah, you'll start seeing Venue digitally in the fall, and then in first quarter next year, you'll see it in a much broader reach as the volume picks up and builds up here in the United States.
One of the features I've been talking about for the past few days on television is this digital key. Tell me about what, like, someone this morning, actually on 2 different TV segments, I had people say, wait, what? The key fob, you get out and it just parks itself?
Yeah, I know. I've been saying for a while these cars are now, computer on wheels.
Right.
And now that's what you have today, that human interaction, and with the key and with the phone and all that personalization that you saw today, we're really excited because we really now are computers on wheels like never before. But more importantly, it puts the customer at the center, whether it's customization on features of the car, the environment, all of those things all start with that one great technology called the keyless key.
Well, the product pipeline and the marketing pipeline, obviously, for Hyundai right now is, and I mean, we follow the industry. It's on fire. You're doing a great job here. You and I, this is like a routine for you and I now, Dean. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
There you go. That's the marketing message live here from the Jacob Javits Center in New York City. We're going to keep, this is going to be like a procession of executives because we get all the scoop on everything happening with Hyundai. Mike, come on in. All right, here we go.
Good morning.
Now, when you have titles in the auto industry, it's usually like vice president of product planning, but then you get digital, and you get all of these great things that you get to do representing the brand. I even came prepared with questions because I get it all the time. So I want to fire a couple questions towards you. We're talking SUVs, right? You launched 6 of them, and you've got the Kona, which, I mean, it's a showstopper, right? It's car of the year or utility vehicle of the year. Now you bring in something smaller. Where does that fit into the product pipeline with Hyundai, and knowing that the Kona was such a success?
Think about it with any automaker right now, any automaker. If I'm a young person, I'm just freshly minted degree, I got my first job, and I walk into a retail store and I say, you know, I want to see what you have that's really affordable. You know, I'm not making a lot of money yet, but I'll be doing well soon. And every maker has the same problem. They could show them a small car, but if they want a small SUV, there's nothing for them. Much higher price class. So Kona is a much higher price class than our Accent. So now what we've done is we're offering an entry-level price for an SUV. So now our customers, our new customers, could walk into our store and say, hey, what do you have that's a very affordable end of your range? And I could say, I could show you an Accent. Or if you'd like an SUV, I could show you a Venue for a similar price point. So now we're basically covering the market for those new young buyers that are looking for an affordable CUV alternative.
I've been saying for the past few months that you can't get a lot. I mean, if you think about $30,000, you're getting more car than anything else on the market. Now I'm going to have to start saying with this vehicle, now you're getting something for less than maybe $20,000, $25,000.
And now we're covering the market.
And you're getting it all in a vehicle. All right, I'm going to hit you with 2 more. Tell me a little bit about the demo of the Venue, and what's the demographic for it? When are we going to see it in dealerships?
You're going to see a lot of young, urban-focused people coming into our stores. Again, young people that are not too far out of school. Many times they'll not only have one job, but they'll have a second gig. You know, they're working 2 things at once. And they're looking for something that's affordable, it's practical, it can get them around in a tough urban lifestyle, easy to park, easy to maneuver, offers a lot of interior capacity for their stuff, And so it's really a practical, a versatile vehicle for them, particularly these young urban dwellers they're doing a lot in their young lives.
All right, so I've got one last question for you, a little bit more serious. We think about the Hyundai Kona, and it's packed with safety. Are we compromising safety with the smaller size with the Venue here, or can we expect the same type of cool technology?
Absolutely not. Let me step on that comment. We're offering so much in this car. We're offering forward collision avoidance assist, popularly known as auto emergency braking, lane keep assist, keeping your lane if you're a little drowsy, if your attention drifts somewhere else, another passenger or something like that. We have rear cross traffic alerts, so not only if you're backing up will alert you, but also blind spot detection. So we're offering our full Smart Sense feature set as standard for this car. So we're offering a full set of safety equipment and features for this car, irrespective of its entry-level nature.
So there you have it from Michael Bryan here live at the Javits Center. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations, definitely in store for this vehicle right here. And the Sonata as well, 8th generation. I mean, it's just making great strides in the market.
Car. You look at the technology in that car and the connectivity. We've really tried to remake the Sonata in terms of offering not only the very best design with that one motion roof. No maker ever makes a vehicle smaller than a new generation. Every new generation is a little bit bigger here or there. We actually push the roof down 1.8 inches to guarantee that one motion coupe-like design, and the connectivity we're providing with this, with a digital key, with Blue Link 2.5, is really amazing. What you can do with this car, with your family, and bringing in all your settings, or your presets for your radio, for your HVAC, for your seats, for your mirror. It's all amazing what you can do with this car.
Thanks again, Mike. All right, so you've heard from the marketing side, you've heard from the product planning side. Sometimes you just got to get rid of the cards and just go off the hook, right? So we've got a special guest you saw during the press conference, and we highly encourage everyone to go online and tell us what you think about both the Venue and the Sonata. John Redinger, come on in, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here at the show. Finally, somebody without a suit and tie on.
Sometimes you just need a nerd to geek out about the cars.
And you're from the lifestyle and tech side of this. You're a car guy and a tech guy. First, give me your initial thoughts on both of the vehicles.
So, gorgeous, first of all. I mean, from an aesthetic, if it doesn't look good, the tech inside really doesn't matter that much. So there's a couple awesome things that I really haven't seen before on a lot of cars. So, first, in the Sonata, I didn't even talk about it in the presentation, but when you're driving and you put the turn signals on, there are cameras underneath both mirrors, and they'll show up in the dash. So you can actually see what's going on to your side so you don't get in a car accident. Always nice for safety. And also, pull your car in and out with your key fob on its own with you out of the car is really cool to see.
All right, so let's talk about this whole digital key. Like, I've been on a couple different television stations this morning, and they have all said the same thing to me. They're like, wait, hold on a second. You can get out of the car, and the car will park itself. And are we really moving towards a trend of not using a key fob and moving towards something like your smartphone?
Yeah. So it's redundancy, right? If you want to use your phone, you have the option. It comes with key fobs. You can choose what to use. It also comes with kind of a cool little credit card looking thing too. You can just tap on the wireless charger. So it's giving people the option. You know, do you want to use a key fob? Are you ready to just use your phone? You've got a choice.
What's your favorite feature? And I am going to grab my card. Tell me what your favorite feature is so far on the Sonata, and then I want one on the Venue as well.
So on the Sonata, all the tech is awesome, but you can't see it with that lights on. But those chrome strips, they look like chrome strips the car off. When the car turns on, they light up. They are completely hidden lights.
Yeah.
So I've never seen that before. That's just from aesthetics. It looks awesome.
It's just the front of the Sonata is like nothing I've ever seen in the marketplace when it comes to a design on a vehicle.
Yeah, the fact that they got the hood all the way down to the end is really kind of a cool thing. And then on the Venue, I love the two-tone. I'm like a sucker for the aesthetics and stuff. Like the two-tone paint options are really nice. And what you're getting, like the value for the price, I mean, you can't really get that from any other manufacturer.
You can't get that in the marketplace. All right, huge thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So we've gone through marketing, we've gone through product planning, we've had a tech influencer here. I'm like even looking at all my questions right now. There's so much to talk about here in the booth. I've got one more guest. I want you to stay. I want Brian to come in. Brian, Brian Smith, yeah, I want to bring the boss man in. So I decided to get, yeah, you know, from LA, I go off cue all the time with this stuff. I've got you both here. Why don't I just take you both in? All right, so first, he's in a jean jacket, right? He's the only one in a jean jacket. We're stuck in the suit and tie. This is a big day. In LA, we talked about the Palisade, and then you fast forward to the Detroit Auto Show, and you get this award for the Kona as the Utility Vehicle of the Year. And now we are here in New York, the last auto show of the year, and you don't just introduce, hey, we're going to do one vehicle like everyone else. You go, hey, we're going to launch 2 vehicles. 6 SUVs last year. Now you've got the Venue and the Sonata. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does this mean for the brand?
Well, we've really filled out our SUV lineup. I mean, come on, 2 years ago we had 3, now we have 7. I mean, nobody else can do that. So we go from entry level all the way up to Palisade, and John shared a lot of the great technology that's included in all of them. You don't give up anything driving an SUV these days.
You have family. You've had 2 kids. I have 2 kids, and you have a 3rd on the way. Sonata fits perfectly for your family.
Yeah, it's incredible to have the versatility. So it's a car that can sort of suit my lifestyle. Instead of having to change what I need for my family to the car, it kind of gives me everything, which is a really nice feature to have. And also, it looks really good, which is a real nice thing to have.
The first thing a consumer looks at when they want to buy a car in the marketplace is they look at the design. And I got a sneak peek yesterday, and that LED light system with the line over the front, there's nobody else in the market that is doing that. What's the inspiration right now behind the brand with really getting outside of the box?
I'll tell you, what I think Sang Yup communicated really well is Hyundai's not copying anybody. Everything that they're doing is creating a new look and a new family feel. I love his the little Russian nesting dolls, and he says, that's for some people, we don't want that at Hyundai. Every vehicle has a unique look, they're family, but they all stand for something a little different. I think Venue was a wonderful example of that.
What can I look forward to in the future? What's next on the horizon?
Oh, here we are on TV. Let me just tell you all our secret product plans. No, I think honestly, getting these all in market next year will really be our first full year of having the full SUV lineup. There's a lot more cool stuff coming with Sonata. So when we say we're not walking away from sedans, we're going to build out that powertrain lineup. Can't give any details on that engine, but it's a real cool new engine coming.
So that was actually going to be my next question is availability of these. I'm assuming that the Sonata will come out first, then the Venue?
Yep. Sonata we'll actually have in dealerships by probably September, and Venue right after that. Might be October.
Made in America. The Sonata, made here in America. This one is not, but you have 4 vehicles made in the USA.
3 at Montgomery, Alabama, and we hinted at a 4th one today that I cannot give you any details on. But
I try to get more details. So on sale date, we kind of talked a little bit about that. Pricing, the Kona is a $30,000 fully packed vehicle, top of the line at 30 grand, sub 20?
Yes, absolutely sub 20. We're not announcing any pricing yet, but Kona actually starts right at 20, so Venue will start under that. The nice thing about separation too, when people say, well, what's the difference between Kona and Venue? We're not letting Venue, we could put a lot more content in Venue. We could max it out with limited editions and all kinds of things, and we're not going to do that. Venue is for that entry buyer that wants to have an opportunity to own a brand new vehicle and an SUV. So you're going to see a lot of great content. John reviewed a lot of the great technology included, but we're not going to it's going to have separation with Kona. You can get a Kona fully loaded up to the numbers you mentioned. Venue is going to be kind of halfway.
All right, I've got 2 questions for each of you, and then we're going to be done. You ready? Okay. Your favorite feature on the Sonata, then your favorite feature on the Venue.
My favorite feature on Sonata, without a doubt, is being able to throw that key to somebody. I just think the fact that, everybody's had apps that can do certain things with cars, but nobody's had that technology to actually make that be something that we can call car sharing, right? It's a little different spin on what most people consider car sharing. Venue, for me, it's just simply about that style of, it's almost a retro look. I hate to say it, but to me, there's a little element of what a real cool SUV used to look like, and it's coming back with Venue.
What are you going to give me, man? Talk to me.
All right. So, again, I'm about the aesthetics of the car. First of all, the car looks gorgeous, but the hidden lights on the front, I've never seen anything like that. I don't know if you can see it. When they turn the lights off, it just looks like chrome. Car turns on and suddenly there are lights. So that is absolutely awesome. And then from the tech side, what you see inside, the car is equally gorgeous on the inside. Being able to pull it in and out with your fob is awesome and helpful, not just for parents, but also kind of to show off to your friends. Like, how many cars can do that? And you're doing it from your fob, you stand out. That's probably one of my favorite tech features, and also it looks really good.
It does look good. We know you guys are requested and super busy here. Brian, thank you so much for spending time with me again. We're going to do this again at another auto show. John, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, guys, there you have it live from the Jacob Javits Center here in New York City. This is the last of the 4 big auto shows, LA, Detroit, Chicago. We always close it out right here on the floor in New York during the media preview days. If you want to find out more information about this press conference, of course, you can find that all online. Whether you want to go onto Facebook, Twitter, you will find it out there from the press conference hall here at the Javits Center. I'm going to leave you with this. Join us at 1:30 today. We will be back on a live stream. Actually, you might want to get on early, maybe even around 1:20 with Sang-Yup Lee. We're going to do a full product breakdown of all these vehicles. For now, I'm Mike Caudill, live here in New York.